next informal session. The rest of us who have something to say will do so. Jazakumullahu khaira.
Thank you very much, Sister Fatima. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We thank Allah for providing us this day. It's now 9:19. We are supposed to start this session at 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, we are starting late, but I wouldn't like to waste the time that has already been wasted. I'll quickly invite Brother Zuhair to give us the opening prayer. Then Sister Amina Dawood will give us a short Quranic recitation. Then I introduce the speaker, the resource person. Then we start our session. Okay, so Brother Zuhair, a short opening prayer.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد آمين.
Thank you very much, Brother Zuhair. Sister Amina. Sister Amina, are you comfortable doing the Quranic recitation for us? Or you would like me to mention a different sister? Okay, mashallah, thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان الشمس والقمر بالحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان والأرض وضعها للأنام صدق الله العظيم.
At-Takbir. Thank you very much. Sister Amina Dawood. Of course, I caught her off guard. She was unprepared. And thank you very much, Sister Amina. Okay. I would like to officially welcome you to the start of today's session. And I will be moderating the session on behalf of Sister Khadija Abdul Somed. She will join us later during the day. She is on her way to the venue from Tamale, and she has covered some of the distance. So inshallah, when she comes, she will take over. But before she comes, I will be I'll be handling the session, moderating the session. Because my name is Bashir Mohammed. I will then move forward to read the biography of our resource person. So our resource person is Professor Ahmad Bello Dogarawa, who is a professor at the Department of Accounting, Ahmad Bello University in Zaria, Nigeria. He is a certified management trainer. He obtained his BSc degree in business administration, a Master of Banking and Finance, a Master of Science degree in Accounting and Finance, and a PhD in Accounting and Finance. He is also an alumnus of Al-Azhar University in Cairo, from where he obtained a certificate in Islamic religious sciences, Da'wah, and Islamic economics. He has published 45 articles in referred academic journals, both local and international, and presented over 75 papers at local and international conferences and symposia. Dr. Dogarawa is a founding member of the League of Scholars, Imam and Preachers in Sahel, with headquarters in Algiers, which is Algeria. He is also a member of the research team on ethno-religious crisis in northern Nigeria under Jama'at Nasr al-Islam at the national headquarters. In addition, he is a member of Jaiz Bank's advisory committee of experts He is currently the Director of Finance, Iiit Central Nigeria Office. Dr. Dogarawa has traveled throughout Nigeria and some neighboring countries to present papers, give sensitization lectures, and conduct workshops on various topical issues. He has also participated in training of members of various religious and social groups in Nigeria and beyond. He is a regular guest to different Muslim communities in Ghana and Niger Republic, where he organizes special training workshops for imams, preachers, and teachers of Islamic schools. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Dr. Dogarawa to officially start today's session. Dr. Dogarawa, you are welcome.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man walahu wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. We give thanks to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is in His infinite mercy has made it possible for us to be here for this year's winter school that is being organized by Iiit West Africa Regional Office. This year's winter school is being held here at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Kumasi. Last year we were at Accra, and the year before Tamale, and like that, alhamdulillah. So when I came in yesterday, I remembered my very good friends and brothers in Kumasi. For a very long time, I have not visited them. But this morning, I received one of them who came to visit me here. And we even agree he will come back with his family later this evening, inshallah. My presentation is on research methodology in Islamic perspective. But before I go into the business of the day, I have a few remarks to make. Number one, I would like to know you as you know me. You know my name as Ahmad Bello Dogarawa, although you have your tags, but I want you to speak to yourselves or speak on behalf of yourselves. So you would introduce yourself by mentioning your name and your highest academic qualification. Your name and your highest academic qualification. Number two, unlike the previous presenters and maybe the ones that will come after me, I will have to be alternating between standing and sitting down based on a medical advice. And in fact, I will do more of sitting than standing. So I hope you will bear with me. Number three, this is research class. And research is something practical. So I do not expect you to keep quiet and listen to me. I would like you to interact with me, to interact so that we get the maximum benefits of the sessions. I would like a situation whereby we'll be having some activities, some in group and some general class discussion. And then I want contributions from you, and you may ask questions. You may draw my attention where you need additional explanation. You can also make observations. You can even criticize me, I don't mind, because we are here to learn. We are all students of knowledge. But because we need orderliness, so there has to be a kind of orderliness in the manner we will conduct the sessions. We have a very long day to go. I hope we'll be able to complete the slides. But even if we are not able, you will still get whatever I have prepared for the presentation. But I will, inshallah, try as much as possible to finish the presentation before we call it a day. These are the few remarks I would like to start with. So On this note, I want to invite or request you, the distinguished participants, to introduce yourselves. Please, let me start from my right. Sister.
Alaikum warahmatullah. I'm Fatima Zara Shado, BA in Communication Studies, Public Relations major.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Abdullah Aisha, a degree holder in Diploma Education Studies.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Adiza Tuaodu, a degree holder in Bachelor of Commerce, Finance.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Sarah Abdullah, a degree holder in Food Science and Nutrition.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Suburu Muhaidin, BSc Civil Engineering.
My name is Ibrahim Zakaria, BSc Nutrition.
My name is Osman Abubakar Sadek, BSc in Human Resource Management.
My name is Lukman Umar, Diploma in Arabic.
My name is Sauban Hashir, BA Development Education Studies.
Ishaq Mohammed Morrison, a graduate from Al Farouk College of Education.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Saleh Mohammed Tijani, BA in Religious Studies.
Abbas Umar Abdul Karim, Masters of Philosophy, MPhil in Leadership and Corporate Governance.
My name is Amina Dauda, Diploma in Basic Education.
Firdaus Mubarak Ba, Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Marijana Habib Mega, BA in Arabic and Political Science.
I'm Bilkis Abdul Qadir Khalifa, a degree holder of religious and moral education.
I'm Munira Nuhu, HND in Textiles and Fashion. Thank you.
Ibrahim, BSc Arabic Education.
Hindu Ali, degree in Basic Education, English.
Ufran Abubakar, degree in Education. Ishaq Amina, degree in Basic Education.
Hawa Bukari, degree holder in Chemistry.
Ahmad Muhammad, a graduate of Essence Health College.
Salma Tahir, graduate of UDS, Integrated Business Studies.
Abubakar Dawood, BSc Nursing.
Tawfiq Ali, Diploma in Basic Education.
Abdul Khalik Audu Kundisa, BSc Accounting.
Hussein Muhammad Mashoud, BSc in Human Resource Management.
Abubakar Samadu, BEd Early Childhood Education.
Karim Salif Dakora, MPhil Development Management.
Mohammed Hafizdin, BEd Mathematics, and currently a postgraduate student in mathematics education.
Jamal Adam, BSc Chemistry.
BA Education.
Accounting major.
MashaAllah, Jazakumullah khairan. So with this brief introduction, at least we know ourselves now. And I also know that we have a mixture of scholars. Our distinguished participants are from various fields, and that will help us when we come to give examples to remember that we have people from different disciplines. So I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ease our affairs, support us, and make what we are going to do beneficial to all of us. Now, we'll start the first session, inshallah. The slides, please. The title of the presentation is Research Methodology in Islamic Perspective. And the presentation is structured into 6 parts, meaning we have 6 sessions. There are instances where maybe we would combine 2 sessions or 2 parts in a session, so that we don't have at the end more than 4 sessions. The first session will focus on overview of research, and that will be followed by a brief discussion on research paradigm. The next part, part 3, will cover research methodology. Part 4 will be on research process. Part 5 is about ethical issues in research. And the last, but not the least, part is some thoughts on sharing research outputs. When we eventually conduct a research, do we just keep it on the table, in our drawers, on the shelf? Where do we take it, apart from meeting the requirements of the institution of submitting maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 7 copies? What else do we do to share our research output? We'll start with overview of research, and we'll be covering 3 items. Number 1, concept of research. 2, research in Islamic perspective. 3, purpose and benefits of research. The first thing I want us to remember always is that definitions of research abound. Meaning, there are many definitions of research. There is no one single definition of research that will be said to be superior than all the others. There is also no one definition of research that can be considered to be all-inclusive, all-integrative, all-comprehensive. But some definitions are better than others. But that does not make those definitions we considered better than others as all-inclusive or holistic. So let me start by asking 1 or 2 sisters to define research in their own words, the way they understand it. Who will set the ball rolling? Sisters? Don't try to recollect any definition you have crammed in the past. Forget about what you have crammed. Just tell me what you understand by the concept of research. Yes, sister.
Alaikum. I think research is to make an extensive investigation into something, maybe a particular field of specification.
Extensive investigation into something. extensive investigation into something. From what she said, it's clear that research involves investigation. And this investigation is into something, meaning a subject, a phenomenon. That phenomenon may be human or non-human. So she has contributed 2 key words in the definition of research. 1, investigation. And this investigation, she said, should be extensive, meaning thorough. Thank you. Yes? Who is next? Now, sister.
Research is a method of, or is a thorough investigation so that an output can be produced.
So that
an output
can be
produced.
So our sister has added another element of research, and that is production of an output. So we don't conduct research just for the sake of conducting it. We conduct it for a purpose, and the purpose is to produce something at the end of it. This is also very important in research. So we now have 3 keywords: investigation, something that is subject matter, and production of output. In fact, she added something. She said it's a method. Isn't it? Meaning, research is a process. It's a process. By process, it has a beginning and it has an end. So we now have 4 keywords. 4 keywords: process, investigation, subject, and output. Thank you, sisters. Brothers, what can you add? Now,
I would say research is an attempt to find new or additional knowledge of a particular issue or something which has been known before using a particular method.
Using
a particular method.
Method, okay. The brother has also contributed by bringing in 2 additional words. And what are they? Pardon? New knowledge. Okay. Pardon? Methods. He has contributed, his contribution has added 2 words. 1, the goal of research, or one of the goals of research is to gain new knowledge, to gain new knowledge. This is one of the goals of research. 2, that process or method of investigating into something should be done using appropriate methodologies. That we don't just use anything or follow any means or procedure, but procedures that are appropriate to the issue at hand. Issue we want to address. If the nature of the research is such that we need to go quantitative, if we go qualitative, it will not give us the desired answer. If we are supposed to use archival approach, but we decide to go for questionnaire or interview, we will not get to the promised land. So use of appropriate methodologies is important in research. But then, one very important point we need to note from these 4 definitions is that each of the 4 definitions has left some holes that we can fill in, isn't it? And that is why the 4 or 5 keywords we are able to deduce now are from 4 different definitions. This means that the statement here is valid. Definitions of research abound. No one definition will be said to have encapsulated or covered everything about research. Some definitions are longer than others. Some are more concise. Some are more straight to the point. Some added some elements that are not necessary but still are important. For the purpose of this presentation, 2 definitions will be considered. 2 definitions will be considered. Number 1, who will read it for me? Yes, brother. And read it loudly so that we can all hear and enjoy it. Now,
research is the process of systematically finding solutions to a problem by posing a question, collecting data to answer the question, and presenting an answer to the question using suitable methodologies.
Very good. Research is the process of systematically finding solutions to a problem by posing a question, collecting data to answer the question, and presenting an answer to the question using suitable methodologies. Now, sister, what keyword can you identify from this definition? Mention one keyword.
Suitable methodology.
Suitable methodologies. Thank you. Sister, mention one keyword that you can find from the definition.
Finding solutions.
Finding solutions to a problem. That's very good. Brother, help us identify one keyword from this definition. Not you. Yes.
Collecting data.
Collecting data, data collection. Okay? Yes, brother. Can you identify one word? No. Yes.
Process.
Pardon?
Process.
Process. Now you can see there are many keywords in the definition. For example, when we're talking about process, that is systematic in nature. And this process is about finding solutions to a problem. This means without a problem, there is no research. Because research is about problem solving. It's about finding solution to a problem. If my phone, my telephone, falls down, and I want to find it, I already have a problem. What's the problem? I misplaced my telephone. So, for me to be systematic in finding solution to my problem, if I am very sure that I brought out the phone or the telephone from my pocket when I came into this hall, I know that the telephone got missing here. If I go out of this hall looking for it, am I being systematic in finding solution to my problem? I have to start looking for it within the hall. And even within the hall, should I be looking at this direction? No, I cannot be looking at that direction because I won't get it there. If I may go there until I come back to this place. But that is not systematic. The best thing for me to do is I came through this door. So I can start looking from these steps. I may look right side, left side, and then come to the front, to the podium. This is systematic. So when we find solution, or we want to find solution to a problem, we should do it systematically. That is research. And the definition went on to suggest what we need to do. First, we should pose a question. What is the issue? Or what are the issues? What are the problems? What do we want to know? What do we want to find? What problem do we want to solve? That's how to pose the question. Next is to collect data to answer the question. We can collect data by asking questions, or by observing, or by extracting pieces of information from relevant sources. We then present the answer to the question by analyzing the pieces of information we've gathered to enable us answer the question, solve the problem. But we do this using suitable methodologies. Is that okay? Is that clear? Are we on the same page? The second definition. I need a volunteer from the sisters to read it. I said volunteer because, you know, sometimes sisters would want to speak, but they will speak to themselves. You won't hear them. But in research methodology class, I want every sister that want to speak to us, all of us. Don't speak to yourself. When some of you were introducing themselves, I, hardly heard them. So I want whoever want to volunteer. If I just point at you, that's something else. But if you are volunteering, then you should be ready to speak to our hearing. Okay, sister.
Research is a diligent and systematic inquiry or investigation into a subject in order to discover a truth, revise facts, gain a deeper understanding of it, or seek solutions to problems arising from it.
Thank you very much. Research is a diligent and systematic inquiry or investigation into a subject in order to discover a truth, revise facts, gain a deeper understanding of it, or seek solutions to problems arising from it. Now, can we identify some keywords that were missing, or keywords that are missing in the previous definition, so that we don't repeat ourselves? So, sisters, can you identify one or two keywords, new words? Yes.
Revise facts.
Revise facts. Okay. Yes, sister.
Subject.
Subject. Okay. Yes.
Diligent and systematic inquiry.
Diligent and systematic inquiry. Let me come to the brothers. Yes, brother in glasses.
Deeper understanding.
Deeper understanding. Yes, brother.
Investigation into a subject.
Into a subject. Investigation into a subject. Okay, brother? To discover a truth. Now you can see we have many of them. Many of them. So, the bottom line is research involves a diligent and systematic inquiry or investigation into a subject. So it's an attempt to search, to inquire, to find out, to investigate, to examine, to assess, to evaluate. All these are terms or verbs that can be used to describe the activity. Investigation, to investigate, to inquire, to find out, to search, to assess, to examine, to evaluate, all this. And we do that into something. We don't just evaluate or assess or inquire. What inquiry? About what? We inquire into a subject. This subject in research is called phenomenon. And a phenomenon can be living or non-living, can be movable or immovable, can be human being or non-human being. It doesn't matter. It is still an investigation. And that is the subject matter. Why do we label ourselves? Why do we carry out research? We do that in order to discover a truth. So this definition is even telling us some of the goals of research: to discover a truth, to revise facts, to gain a deeper understanding of that phenomenon, or seek solutions to problems arising from that phenomenon. So you can see these are some of the objectives of research. Are we happy with these two definitions?
Yes.
Are we happy?
Yes.
MashaAllah. The two definitions show that research requires 4 main activities. 4 main activities. Number 1, systematic investigation or inquiry. You remember? Number 2, intellectual activity. Because for you to collect data or to pose a question and seek answers to the question, seek an answer to the question, you know, it requires intellectual activity, isn't it? Yes. Good. Purposeful, rational endeavor and creative effort. You don't just do it because you want to do it. Do you have the luxury of time to waste? You do research for a purpose. And that purpose may be to discover a truth, to revise facts, to gain better understanding or deeper understanding, to discover new things, to confirm new things, to verify the correctness of something, and many other reasons. It may even be to satisfy your curiosity. You are just curious, you want to know. You conduct research, and you know that is research. You satisfy your curiosity. So we don't just do research for the sake of doing or going into an exercise in futility. No, we do research for a purpose. Purposeful, rational endeavor. And in doing that, we need to be creative in our thinking. Because on a click, using Google search engine, trying to find out information about a particular concept, Google search will display 10,000 results for you. Do you have the time to click